Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. M. Stolard. You may also see me as Masudi or M. Stolard. I'm here to just chat with you a little bit today, here live on my YouTube channel. So the first thing I want you to do is turn to the left, right? And give that person a fist bump and tell them, I got this, right? Now tell them, you got this. Now turn to your right and give that person a fist bump and just say, hey, I got this, right? And then tell them, you got this. Some of you are used to putting others first, right? You're used to putting others first, and you do this all the time. And that's why it's important that today, right? Today, you say, I got this first. While on a plane during takeoff, what happens? You're told to put your mask on yourself first. Why? Because you can't truly help anyone else unless you help yourself first. So, one more time. Turn to your left and turn to your right and tell that person, I don't care if it's your family member or your pet or your goldfish, tell them, you know what? Tell them, I got this. Okay? So I come from an environment where it's called call and response. And it means if I say something that moves you, it's okay to respond back. And so let me talk to the introverts for a second. I know you're out there, and I know you're out there and you're thinking, yeah, but what if I don't want to say anything? Right? I'm sure the extroverts are well aware of the call and response. But the introverts right now are saying, what if I don't want to say anything? Or what if I don't even know what to say? But I got you, right? So introverts, I got you. So all I'm asking for you to say is, if something agrees with you, right? It's a simple favor, right? If you like something I said, if you agree with the point, if maybe you had an aha moment, just give me a yep, right? Just a simple yep, right? Can I get a yep? You can roar, you can clap, you can cheer. All that stuff is great. You can stand up, even if you're by yourself. And I'm trying to, and I'm thankful for all of those interactions. But if you're not sure what to say, just give me a yep. That would do my heart such joy. So can I get a yep? All right. So I don't know if you're familiar with my story, but I would not be here if it were not for the coaches and the consultants and the parents and all the people who have poured into me over the years. Some of you who may be aware, some coaches you may be aware of, some you may not. If I share you some of their names, you may know who they are, some you may not. But I always like to give the opportunity to thank them for all of their knowledge and support and energy they've always poured it back into me, and for the knowledge that they've shared as well, and the things I've been able to learn from them to apply to my own life. I also want to give a shout out to my amazing wife, whom I call wife, but her name is Desiree. For those of you who are married, do you have a pet name, right, that you call him or her, right? Your significant other, your spouse, do you have a pet name? Have you ever been calling them a pet name for so long that you hardly ever call them by their real name, Then out of the blue, you call them by their real name, their government name, and what happens, right? They look at you crazy. My wife's name is Desiree, like I said, and I call her wife. And I've been calling her that wife since we got married. And one day, I called her Desiree. And some of you already know what's going to happen. So check this out. I wasn't even upset, right? I just absentmindedly did it. She gave me a look like, who are you talking to, right? And later on, she told me, you know what? It made her feel some kind of way, right? And what's the point of the story, right? I took time to cultivate that relationship. We played, we laughed, we loved. I was a blessing to them. She was a blessing to me. And sometimes, we use our talents and our skill sets to be a blessing to our significant others as well. But don't spend all that time nurturing that relationship just to blow it by being absent-minded. Be intentional, right, on how you choose to treat your wife, treat your husband, and spouse into your boo thing. So why am I here today? To remind you that you can take this lesson and apply it to your organization. I know some of you are thinking, what, is this personal development? Well, sometimes personal development crosses over into business. And those of you know me know I talk entrepreneurship, I talk business, I talk community organizations, right? The people that you provide a service to, right? Don't get so, remember, don't get so complacent that you forget not only that you provide a service to them, but how your life has changed because they were willing to receive that service. Their life changed And so you were a blessing to them. But they're also, your life changed because by you servicing them on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, you also got better at your craft. And that allows you to help and serve other people. You know, the reason Jeff Bezos is in trouble in part, if you've seen the news this past week, is why? He's the richest man in the world. But how did he get that way, right? By the people who worked for him, by the people who worked for his company, you know? And like for me, my wife, she's not just Desiree, she's my wife. And I have to remember this, you know? And so I'm calling her wife, makes her feel good, makes her feel loved. And I have to make sure that I treat her in that same regard and not to be absent-minded when I do such things. So why am I here today? See, your organization has a purpose to create an impact of change. And I've learned that entrepreneurs and business owners in the community organization space do not fall short because of a lack of desire, lack of drive, or lack of passion. The challenge comes for the effectiveness of their business decisions based on the failure to be intentional, right? To be intentional on the way, be intentional in the way that you treat your clients, your customers, your vendors. Don't take them for granted. Be intentional. Treat the people you serve well on purpose. And that's all I got for you today.